Hello! Welcome to Love Them Well. My name is Lindsay.
I'm Abby.
And we're here to talk about fall books. And we have our fall mugs and we're drinking tea. What are you drinking?
Dandelion, roasted dandelion.
Okay, and she has her tea with honey and a little bit of milk.
Mm-hmm.
I learned how to make tea from her. And then I have a chamomile lavender with honey and a little bit of milk.
Really?
Yeah.
Milk and lavender.
And a bug. He's gone now. Okay, so we're here to talk about fall books. And we have been so excited to make this video pretty much since the summertime when we were like, let's make a video about fall books.
Yeah.
And then next we're gonna make a video about winter books, but today it's fall. So let's talk about it. You go first. Okay, so we're thinking not only just like fall related, but books that you wanna read all cozied up during the fall.
Yeah.
Okay.
The books you want to like wear a sweater while you're reading.
Yeah, wear your sweater. Okay.
To start that off, I always think of like England. And so one of my favorite cozy
Close
books
your eyes and think of England. Okay.
is Jane Eyre.
Which I just admitted to her 2 minutes ago. I have not read this. I'm an English teacher.
Oh
I
my
have not
gosh.
read Jane Eyre. And
But
so
I'm kind of excited. She's going to be
assigned
like
it to
a
me.
freshman to this.
I will read Jane Eyre this fall.
You will.
And I'll let you know in the winter video.
You will.
How much I liked it.
Charlotte Bronte. This is my favorite of all the Brontes and their books. This is my favorite.
I've
And
seen the movie.
This copy
very good.
actually came from my grandmother, and she is one of those dictionary book people. So she'll underline a word she wants to look up in the dictionary. And there's a lot of like British works that have interesting words that Americans don't know. So there's a lot of those.
She annotates her books.
She does.
I love that.
But it's also the sweetest story. And even if you have seen the movie, the book gives you so much depth to those characters and her faith, and it's beautiful. It's really beautiful.
Fun. I'm excited. I'm
It's a really
excited.
good one.
So I have one of my favorite fall books is called First Frost, and it is by Sarah Addison Allen, and I can't find it. I bet I loaned it out to somebody. I bought a copy one time. Actually I got it from the library and it fell in the tub when I was reading it, so then I had to buy it, and then I loaned that one out, and then I bought a new one. It's so good. But I did bring her other books, and this is funny because I've read this several times, The Peach Keeper, and then you were like,
I borrowed it.
it's a mystery, which are kind of fun for fall. So yeah, there's a mystery to this one. And what I love about Sarah Addison Allen is it is a rare genre that I think is rare of magical realism, where this isn't like Harry Potter where, oh, we're magical. Like, no, magic just is part of the world. It just is. And so you're not questioning why this lady can cook food and then make people feel better because of the flowers she makes. Like, it just is. So magical realism, I really like it. And then so I brought just some of her books to show that she's a good author. But First Frost is the fall book.
Ooh.
Okay, it's good. Can't find it, but I will.
I liked this one I read last fall by Emily Elliot, Prelude for a Lord. I'm a Jane Austen fan, and this has like, when you're done reading all of her novels, you're just like, what now? This has a feel of the Regency era, and it's just a fun, sweet, romantic read, but it's got a sweet story about a girl who plays violin when it's not proper to play violin, and she meets this like broody lord who went to war, and he's like a broken person, but music brings him back to life. It's super sweet.
Like Rigoletto.
Yes.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Similar. There's no young girls involved. It's just
Okay.
her. But also,
Yes.
all of the books that L.M. Montgomery wrote, plus Anne of Green Gables.
She has a whole, so there's the whole series of the Anne books, and then some of these are, some of them aren't, right?
This one is, but like these other ones, this one's super sweet. It's about a blind girl.
I've read this one years ago. You let me borrow that one.
Wait, she's mute. I'm sorry. She can't
There's
speak.
something that
can't
she
speak.
has.
It's been a while since I read this one, but it's good. But
It
all
is
of these
good.
other, if you've read Anne of Green Gables or that series, she's written all these other fun books.
She's such a good writer, and I got the whole set of the Anne books. There's 8 of them for my birthday from my mother-in-law. So, and they're all really pretty.
Sweet.
So I'm excited. I will be reading those. Not all of them like this fall, but throughout the next couple seasons.
And both of our daughters are reading it. Yours is reading it in school.
We just finished it.
Technically, mine is reading it in homeschool too.
Good. It's so good.
Super sweet.
Yes. So this is one I have not read yet, but it's by Sophie Sullivan, who's a new author to me, but she writes just cutesy romance, rom-com stuff. And this one's called Can't Help Falling in Love. It just came out, so I had it pre-ordered for my birthday, and I just got it last week for my birthday. And but I'm excited.
So if you like it, I get to borrow it.
Yes, and I think it's gonna be just one of those fun, easy reads that are I've read a little bit of her stuff. She reminds me a little bit of Catherine Center, and so if you like that kind of stuff, this is a new one that just came out.
Awesome, super awesome.
Yes.
Okay, that was really all the like adulty books, and I have lots of young adult books. This is the one I just got, called The Swifts.
Did you buy that at that bookstore in Tennessee?
I don't know.
Or where'd you?
I think I got it at Barnes & Noble.
Oh, okay.
It was like a Barnes & Noble choice book, but Beth Lincoln is British, and so, but she wrote the book with very British lingo, and she politely re-edited some of it for Americans who are going to read it.
Okay.
So this is her American version, which is so funny. She's a wordy person, and I love wordy people.
Yes.
And so there's
like Anne of Green Gables.
There's mystery in it, there's intrigue, and everybody in the family is named from a strange word in the dictionary.
Ooh.
Like when you're born, they pick a word from the dictionary. So the main character, her name is now I'm like gonna forget it. It's something sneaky. Oh, Shenanigan. Her name is Shenanigan, and just crazy stuff happens. It's likened to the Winter House series.
Yes.
Or Lemony
Winter House.
Snicket. It's just like quirky, and there's a mystery, and it's fun.
And
it's just fun.
look at this. It's like a maze as the
book
the
side.
book side. That's so neat.
Yes.
They're coming out with
so fun.
cool books pages lately.
Yeah.
It's becoming a thing. This is really cool.
This is a fun one.
Fun. Okay, so my sister told me about this one. It's taking me a while to get through it. I've started it a couple times. She told me it would. This is by Louise Penny. She said once I get through this first one, all the rest of them are really easy. But it's kind of like Stars Hollow, but not so. I mean, this is a mystery. This is I don't do mysteries very often. So, and there's a lot of characters. I don't know, but I do think it's fun, and it's very fallish. It takes place at Thanksgiving, and so. I am having to take notes though in the margins of who's who. It's just a very sophisticated book, and I don't always read sophisticated things. So, I mean, it just takes you a little bit more to get into a sophisticated book. And then I don't have like these hours like I did in the summertime where I just read all day. So, but I do think I'm going to be recommending this. I'm selling it really well, but it's a fall book, and it's been good so far. It's very good.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good. I also have, this is a fun one. It's not just a girl book,
Yeah.
but it's so good. It's The Girl of the Limberlost, and it's really old because I've had it forever. But Eleanor Comstock, I think they did make a film of it.
They did. It was one of those feature films for family, like the Buttercream Gang. If anyone grew up in that era of like, did you ever watch the Buttercream Gang?
Yes, I did.
And the Escape to Lost Mountain or something like that. That was the same.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't
If
know.
you're looking for a really good winter family read aloud, this one,
Okay.
because she wants to be a naturalist, and she's figuring this out, and someone guides her, but she has this patch of wood her family owns, and she finds all these moths, and she's really poor, so there's this gal from a university who wants to pay her for her insect collections.
Yeah, because she learns how to do the
entomology pinning.
And
Yeah.
oh my goodness, I remember that from the movie. I was obsessed with this movie when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Because we only had like 10, maybe less, 5 to 10 VHSs,
Yeah.
and then we just watched those same ones over and over.
Yeah.
Like this one.
There is a sweet family story in there too. Like
Okay.
her dad had passed away, and he was a really good violinist, and her mom didn't want her to play,
Oh,
but she still likes to play.
violin themes.
Yeah, violin themes. Also, another good family read aloud, The Foxman.
Oh.
Really short, like a couple,
I love
3 or 4
short
nights,
books.
by Gary Paulson, who wrote The Hatchet. And this is about 2 boys that get kind of lost during a random snowstorm, but they find the Foxman, and they meet him and hear about his story. Well, he sort of finds them, actually,
Okay.
and rescues them.
Yeah.
But I won't tell you any more than that, because it's
Fun.
really interesting.
Fun.
family read aloud ones.
Yeah. Okay, so I've been so excited about these books, and I hate to even say it, but the covers might be better than the books themselves. But the thing is, I love fall, and this has been such a sensation. These books, they're called the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, which of course awesome, and the Cinnabon Bookstore. There's another one coming out about a Christmas tree farm, and then in the spring there's one coming out about a strawberry patch. So
Okay.
I've been so excited about these books, and bless her, like it's not poor, it's not bad, it's just it is so cheesy. It's so cheesy, but I'm still gonna read it. And a lot of times I'll put down a cheesy book because I'm like, really? But this feels like Stars Hollow. All the characters feel like Stars Hollow. So
Feels like Stars
it even
Hollow.
says,
She's gonna read it.
it says it's cozy setting, swoon-worthy romance. If you ever wished you lived in Stars Hollow or that Luke and Lorelai would get together already, then her books are definitely for you. So I thought, of course, so far, it's sweet. It is sweet. It is not, but it's not, I don't know how to even explain it. It's just,
not the best
it's
book
so
you ever read.
easy. It's
Yeah?
fine. It's fine. But no, it is so candy. That's it.
Okay.
It is candy. But I really love the covers. Aren't they pretty?
so cute.
Look at the leaves. I don't know if you can tell, they glisten. They're like foiled.
Aw.
So I'm gonna stick with it. I think they all took place in the same town. Yes, they're all the same characters. This is gonna feature different characters. So that is such a sweet idea, and I am excited about them. And
That's
maybe
cool.
I'll like it more even as I get further along. I read like many books at one time, so maybe I'll like it even more as I'm finishing it up.
Spooky books because
Yeah.
like October. Neil Gaiman, he did like Coraline and a few other very
Oh,
popular
okay.
ones. This is the Graveyard book, and I didn't know if it was going to be too spooky, but it's about a boy. Something tragic happens to his family, and he's adopted by the ghosts in the graveyard. And it turns out being just like so adorable and heartwarming.
Is it a middle school book or is it
Heartwarming.
like
It
a?
is,
It's,
yes.
So it's okay.
It is more of a middle school and up book.
Okay.
So,
it's not an adult. Like,
adults would like it though.
but it
I
is.
liked it.
I love middle school books.
I liked it.
But it is, a kid could read this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's not that scary.
Yeah.
And there's pictures in it that are really fascinating
Ooh.
too. But he learns all the ins and outs of ghosts and what they do and what they're up to. And so Neil Gaiman just has this like spooky genre, and it's really
Cool.
fun. It's really fun.
Fun.
And then The Night Gardener, which I haven't read yet, but I've had high recommendations from her son.
So Auxier, oh, is that how you say his last name? Sarah Mackenzie talks about him a lot on her channel and
Okay.
or on her Read Aloud Revival.
Okay.
Do you do Read Aloud Revival, or have you ever
I
looked
have
into
before,
that?
yeah.
I have. When we were homeschooling, we were part of the premium, and you would get like maybe $15 a month. You would have access to all of these authors giving talks about their books, and this was one of them. And so
Okay.
I have a lot of them in my classroom library. He's a really good writer, Jonathan Auxier. Although I said Auxier, but it looks
Auxier.
like. But yeah,
Auxier.
this is a good one for fall. And my nephew was the Night Gardener a couple years ago for Halloween.
Oh, cool.
If I have a picture of that, I'll show it right here. 'Cause-
One more spooky book.
Yes, do it.
This one is from my older sister, and she loves this girl from TikTok. She wrote a book. She is an artist and also
Ooh.
like a consumer of interesting things and places. So this is her book
Wow.
that called Spooky Lakes, and it's all about different places in the world. Her illustrations are amazing. Where there has been like traumatic events, or like here's one about radiation. Like a lake that's acid, or lakes where bad things have
This
happened.
is my worst nightmare book. Like, I
Yes.
don't read this one.
Yes, or I'm trying to remember like the lake with the tar pits. Just like it's fun. It's fun.
That
spooky.
is fun. That is fun.
Her illustrations are fascinating.
It looks really cool.
So she loves all things that have to do with
like spooky things that have happened in the world.
I think so.
And-
but this one is focused on bodies of water.
Okay.
So like here's a spooky shipwreck where they found like bodies in there still. So cool. Also in all of her illustrations, in this book particular, she hides little like tiny ghosts in the illustrations.
Fun.
And then she has a cool this book is like so awesome. I'm a picture book nerd too.
I do love a good picture book.
Yes, and I love ones that are still like catered towards adults.
Yes.
Like fascinating things.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember, one of my other favorite ones was about Victorian medicine. Like how they used to do doctor stuff. It was so creepy. But she has a funny message about herself in the back, how she likes to do on her TikTok, which I don't have, but
yeah, I don't either.
31 Days of Haunted Hydrology.
Ooh,
Like, and that's her little self-portrait.
That's fun.
It's a really good book.
You always come up with the coolest book finds. That's so fun. Well, speaking of picture books, so I really love Sophie Blackall, and this might even be featured in our winter books. This is called Things to Look Forward to, 52 Large and Small Joys for Today and Every Day. And I just think it's beautiful. It is watercolor, I believe.
Yeah.
But so here's like babies. And it just has a little blurb about that being something that she loves, something to look forward to, hugging a friend.
Aww.
I think she wrote this during the pandemic. Learning something new. Didn't you learn to carve?
I did. I did spoon carving.
So she,
and I taught a class doing it.
my friend Kirsten is teaching herself to carve exquisite spoons, listening to a song you've heard before. Just a really sweet, beautiful book. And I thought I've looked through it. So falling in love.
Aw.
Yeah. Anyway, it's pretty and it's for adults and children. And she has a lot of really good books. She has one about farms. I have not been able to get my hands on it yet. It's like a year old, but one about a farmhouse. One of our favorite books of hers is about a lighthouse, and it's really sweet.
We should just do a whole one about our favorite picture book.
Yes, let's do that.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, I also have fall picture books. This is my favorite Thanksgiving book. I have it memorized. It's called Thanks for Thanksgiving, and it's thanks for Thanksgiving for turkey and pie. Thanks for fall leaves, or thanks for fall and gold leaves floating by. And I just love the pictures.
That's cool.
It is the most beautiful book. And here's mom. Thank you for mommy, warm, cozy cuddles. It's just the sweetest book. And it's all about being thankful. And then I also love this super simple book just called Let It Fall. And it's a really nice fall poem. And again, I have these almost memorized. Let it fall. It's autumn. Early mornings, crisp and cool. Meet new friends back at school. I love this book.
How many times do you think you read that to your
So
kids?
many times I have it memorized. I mean, it's, And my kids, they have it memorized. My favorite part is when the mom, at the end, she starts hats to knit, scarves to make, waiting for our first snowflake. And then there's a book about snow coming later. And so I think she has this author has all of the seasons.
I love
seasonal books. So fun. So fun.
I have one more picture book. This gal, she did a whole series that are like graphic novels.
Yes.
And she does one about noodles, one about dumplings, and this is the one about bread.
Ooh.
And
I want to make bread in the fall.
She's an amazing artist, but she explains how to do sourdough.
That's neat.
And in pictures, it really made sense. And I got this book when I was starting my sourdough journey. And so I was like, I gotta do this and try this. And
and you're successful in your journey.
I am. I really like my bread.
So a couple months ago, you invited us over for sourdough pancakes.
Yes.
And
They're
I
the
still
best on
dream
the
of them.
planet.
I just like
Anybody can make those. Anybody can make those.
only you, because I tried it last spring and I fed my sourdough and it got so rank. So we'll just talk. I don't have time now to do it, but
when things cool down in the winter.
Things in the winter. Yeah.
Bread baking.
Or maybe I just didn't have the right book, although you did loan me this book.
So she
You did loan it to me,
she collaborated with Sarah Beacon collaborated with Ken Forkish.
Forkish.
So he's like the bread knowledge guy, and
Cool.
really helped her write that. And then she's the artist that did all the art. But then they even have all the charts and stuff to really help you know measurements and different types of bread to make in here. And then pizza dough even, and rolls, like, so it's standard bread like you make.
Yes, I
and
do.
sourdough. So it's all the breads.
Was not successful with sourdough, but I do have a fantastic bread recipe that's pretty simple, and I'll link that below because it's fun to make it in the fall, and it's so easy. I mean, you do let it rise and things like that, but I make it with my class every year.
That's
so
so
I'll
cool.
I'll link the video with the recipe and how we make it and all that.
Yeah.
So
And then check out her series. Let's make ramen. Let's make dumplings.
Fun.
My daughter was so excited about the dumplings one that she made us buy all the ingredients as soon as we got the book from the library.
Yeah,
And we made them that night.
that's so fun.
And she doesn't really like Asian food a lot, but she loved these, and now she's addicted and loves everything.
That's awesome.
that has to do with dumplings.
Cool. Fun. I wonder if I have. Oh, I brought Charlotte's Web because you can't go wrong there. Because it's kind of fall-y. It kind of
Yeah.
reminds me of like fall festivals and stuff.
Yeah.
This is not a fall book, but it's a book I just read, and I was so honored to interview the author.
Ooh.
And the video, I'm going to link it below because I interviewed this author this weekend. She was incredible. I've interviewed her before for her other book, which I don't have out here, but it's a picture book, and it's called Sister, and it's about when you have, it's a picture book for kids, but also for adults, when you have foster kids coming in and out of your home, and it's just kind of sad to see them go, but you're happy that you helped them. And
Yeah.
anyway, this book, Shine Until Tomorrow, it's a memoir about her journey in foster care, and it's about the system and the families, and it was incredible. So watch the interview. I'm linking that below. And this book I will be getting for people, for my friends and aunts and everybody, like mamas, all the people, because it's so good and it's such a good story. So so do it, read it. It's good.
Aw.
Yeah.
I think I have one more. This one was a
Yay.
little, it's one of those books that when you step into someone else's shoes and you like empathize with them.
That's why
and-
reading is so special.
Yeah, it's
That's
really
why
beautiful.
this I could understand. I did not know anything about foster care, what it was like to have foster children,
Yeah.
and wow.
Yeah.
Reading.
Yes. So this one's called Beholding Bee, and it's about a girl that has a birthmark on her face.
Okay.
So her skin is discolored, and she is living at the circus, and
Oh.
she's not like in the circus, but she gets made fun of a lot.
Yeah.
And there are two. She decides to get away from the circus, and she finds this little house, and there are these two older women that just befriend her and take her in. And I was like, it's such a cozy, sweet story because
Aw.
she's gone through a lot, not being very old in her life, and she's young. She's not a teenager yet.
Okay.
So it's just a bittersweet story, but it has just a happy ending.
Yeah.
She sort of finds a place in the world, and realizes she's a lot more than her birthmark.
Yeah.
So it's kind of beautiful, and it's got a message in it.
Cool. I love it. Oh, fall is just the best. It's so fun. And then right along after fall, we get to talk about winter. Okay, so here's what you can look forward to for winter. We're going to talk about cozy winter reads, which I have a lot, and I'm excited about it.
Yes.
And we're also, you don't know this yet, I also want to make a video with you about Christmas crafts. So one thing I love about Abby's house is everything is very natural, and they decorate for Christmas with nature, and they make such fun crafts, and then it goes back into nature, and then you get to make new crafts next year. So you're not, it just kind of goes away from that consumer mentality of like buying Christmas decorations that then you have to store.
Right.
And it's fun to make them.
Yes.
And then you let them go.
Yes.
And then they come, you bring more in the next year making other things. So it's fun. You have the best winter.
Biodegradable decor.
Yes, even your Christmas trees are made like sometimes just from sticks from the yard. And
Yeah.
anyway, so I thought that'd be a really fun thing
Cool.
to do this winter. We could talk
Okay.
about gingerbread cookies because she also has the best gingerbread cookie recipe. And
I love gingerbread. That's my
this
favorite
is
cookie.
so fun. Yes, well, yours is the best.
Oh,
My mother-in-law
thanks.
does not even like gingerbread, and she liked yours.
Really?
So yes.
Cool.
On the way home from school today, I was talking with the kids about how this is the best time of year because we have all of everything to look forward to. Like all the most fun parts
Yeah.
of the year are right here. And it's just coming up. It hasn't happened yet, so it's not over and sad. It's coming, and it's just fun.
Yes.
So yes, thank you so much for talking books with me.
You're welcome.
It's so fun.
I can't wait to talk about more.
Yay! All right, so we will see you guys next time, and yeah, hope you guys have fun reading these books. All right, bye.
Bye.